Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Omni viewer, and by the very fact that this is Godzilla anime news, I bet you probably already know what the tone of this video will be, but I'm gonna do it anyway because this has been a slow week and I've gotta get something up on this channel to let you know I'm still alive. A new official movie poster was released for Godzilla Anime Movie 3. No, I'm not still calling it anything other than that until we have an official title on Netflix. This poster provides us with our first clear look at anime Ghidorah, and it seems to show us that Godzilla and Ghidorah are actually going to fight. I say seems because, well, let's hold off on that for just a second. First of all, we have to address anime Ghidorah himself. It's difficult to tell, but if you look towards the top of the poster by the one head that's roaring at Godzilla, you can see where anime Ghidorah is coming from. There's a dark circle up in the clouds, either a moon or a black hole or something, but clearly that is the origin point. And it seems that from this point you have the beams of energy that comprise Ghidorah's three heads coming down to Earth. It seems that for this new design, the three heads are projections of that circle, whatever it might wind up being, which means that circle is the origin point, so it would appear the possibility of Godzilla firing his heat ray into orbit and destroying it, thereby destroying those projections of the heads in the process, still seems very likely to happen. Design-wise, I admit it's interesting. It certainly doesn't repulse me the way that other monsters' design did, but I'm just not entirely sure about it. Yet again, I find myself asking that question: if you didn't know this was supposed to be King Ghidorah, would you know it if you just looked at it? It looks as if Godzilla is being surrounded by three snakes, maybe three versions of Manda the Serpent. As its own design, I will say it's not bad. It's appropriately menacing and alien looking. I just don't know if it's good for King Ghidorah. Again, I'll reserve full judgment until I see it in motion, but it still feels like it's just missing the point somehow. But of course, I'm sure what most people are gravitating towards is the fact that this poster clearly shows Godzilla and King Ghidorah fighting. So clearly that means we are going to get a monster battle, right? Well, I remain skeptical, everyone. First of all, this poster is one we've seen before. Recently, we saw it in the Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019 Comic-Con exclusive poster. But even before that, we saw a similar image for the posters that advertised Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah back in 1991, both the painted version and the live-action version. This is just putting a new spin on that which we've seen before, and I will admit, it makes for a cool image. That being said, if you think this is promising a full-blown knockdown, drag-out battle, I would advise you not to hold your breath. And no, I'm not even really basing that on the fact that the previous poster advertised a fully activated, ready-for-battle Mechagodzilla that didn't appear in City on the Edge of Battle, although that certainly is something to consider. No, I'm basing it on the content of the films themselves. We know how immobile Anagoji is. 2 movies and he barely does a thing. Every shot he's in, if he's moving, that movement consists of him taking a step and maybe looking around. If you're good, you get a tail swipe and a roar. But every single movement he makes is as slow as molasses in January. I'm personally thinking this fight is going to play out the way the last couple of finales have played out. Ghidorah's 3 serpentine projections are going to be zipping around Godzilla Earth, spitting lightning at him or whatever it is they do, and overwhelming him and ensnaring him, and Godzilla Earth is just gonna be moving around really slowly, trying to dodge it or trying to get a shot in but failing, and then eventually look up, notice the point of origin, blast his overpowered heat ray at it, and boom, there goes Ghidorah, movie's over. Or at least the fight is over. I don't know if anything will happen after that. That would pretty much be the bare minimum of effort they could put into making this confrontation. And really, I think that's a term which describes the entire trilogy so far. Minimum effort. A movie needs characters. The minimum amount of effort you can do is to have them be one-dimensional archetypes, only with one defining character trait. That's what we see in the anime trilogy. A monster movie needs monsters. The minimum amount of effort you can put into that is having the monsters appear on screen. Maybe you walk forward and make monster noises. That's what the anime trilogy does, especially regarding Godzilla. Heck, with the other monsters, they don't even do that much. They just flash an image of them and that's it. Given this penchant for minimum effort we've seen in the first two movies, I have no reason to think that there won't be something similar at play in the third film. The minimum effort you can do there is have the Ghidorah X orbiting around Godzilla and occasionally striking at him and then having Godzilla do a one-shot kill. Or maybe there is a lazier way I haven't thought of yet, I don't know. So, for as neat as this poster is, and even as someone who doesn't like the anime trilogy, I will admit it's a cool image, I'm still of the mindset that it's promising something which will not be delivered. Or at least not delivered in the way you might think it will be. Well, whatever happens, happens, I guess. We'll have a better idea of what to expect when we see a trailer. And I'm guessing a trailer may not be that far behind, so keep your eyes peeled, I suppose. Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni Viewer signing off. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, as well as subscribe to the channel for more content of a similar nature. Also, check the description for links to our Twitter, DeviantArt, and Patreon pages, as well as the Amazon link for the novel Operation Red Dragon: The Daikaiju Wars Part 1, penned by yours truly. Thank you all, and we appreciate your support.